says, thanks for checking out the Dreaded D Rose report and clicking on it. Here he goes with my ear again. Get out, get out. Independent wrestling stars who said to be in the process of doing medical tests for WWE, including Mike Bennett, Samurai Del Rio, Sean Ricker, and Sami Callihan. So might have some new people coming around. And noted before is Damien Sandown. John Cena did a talk show segment called Damien Sandown Show after the recent NXT tapings on TV. And this may be a tryout for a new segment for SmackDown. We'll find out. Christian, he's been cleared, believe it or not, to come back to action, but waiting on WWE Creative to come up with a storyline to bring it back. Sin Cara, he returns next week, and Christian should be back shortly. No date for Evan Bourne return yet, but one he did work a match down at Developmental, but this wasn't ready yet. That's him. He meows sometime. Meow. No, that wasn't it. He does. Anyway, WWE's Saturday Morning Slam may only air a few more weeks. Word was going around a few months ago, the CW network only purchased a certain amount of episodes for the show, but isn't confirmed yet. But there's been no new matches taped for the Saturday Morning Slam in about 2 weeks now. What's the matter with him? Anyway, it was reported last week that there was a timetable for CM Punk WWE return, but there's talk recently that officials want him back in the ring at June 16th pay-per-view from Chicago. Hang on a second. This is his roadkill. Get out of here. Anyway, Bella Twins may be revealed. Now, this may be a spoiler and may not be, as they may be revealed as KAITLYN's secret admirer. I don't know whether it's going to be both of them or one of them. The idea would be that they had played a cruel joke on the Diva champion. Didn't they do something like that one other time with Mickie James or Trish Stratus? Maybe it's Mickie James. I can't remember. Anyway, there's WWE is going to be gearing towards their new Diva TV show, moving it towards a female audience, because that's E's general audience, I guess. And as of now, they film plans and plan to air footage showing the real-life relationships of Bella, Nikki, and John Cena, and Bella Brie with Daniel Bryan, and Natalya and Tyson Kidd. I guess they're an item. And as seen on Monday's Raw, believe it or not, NXT diva Summer Rae, she was not with Fandango, as WWE brought back the original dancer that was used on TV for a while. The idea right now is to use both Summer and original dancer that was on Raw this week. WWE likes the original dancer because guess what? She's a real dancer, not a wrestler. And don't have the name for the woman yet, but she's a college student and can't make it to every TV taping, every week, or go on the road for live events. She's had finals this week, which is why she was off. Not dancing, but just off from the school. Hey, speaking of Fandango, noted before that he will face Chris Jericho in an dance-off next week on Tulsa's Raw. Vince McMahon originally wanted a dance-off to take place at Extreme Rules, but not have the two do any actual match at the pay-per-view. But Fandango is one of Vince's pet projects. Cameron, KAITLYN, Naomi taking on AJ Lee, and the Bella Twins lost another big number. Whew. This was at Raw. They were doing segment by segment. I lost 921,000 viewers. And during the match, 17% of the male teens and 21% of the males in between 18 and 49 tuned out. Confrontation with Mark Sheamus. I like that. Mark Sheamus. I think I know somebody named it. Mark Henry and Sheamus. Plus the Sheamus versus Wade Barrett gained only 146,000, so not much there. Kane taking on Ryback in the main event, plus the post-angle match, or post-angle with Daniel Bryan and Cena and the Shield and everything, gained another 163,000 for a 2.99 overrun. Very weak for the main event. That is really bad. Alright, WWE's released a 21-0 Undertaker t-shirt. And Jim Ross noted on Twitter that it's still to be determined whether or not WWE is going to be doing more pre- and post-game shows on pay-per-views like they did at WrestleMania 29. Ross also mentioned that he wouldn't be at Raw Monday from Tulsa because he'll be working on a hog hunt with Shawn Michaels, presumably, I guess, for the HBK show. Hog hunt. I have been on one of them since I was in high school, and we went out drinking one. Anyway. Lily Garcia noted on Twitter that she's working on a recording new music. Steve Austin, he's recording a new podcast with Kevin Nash today. And while The Rock has been cleared to fly, or hasn't been cleared to fly, he's back working out multiple times a day. Apparently nothing to do. Former WWE Senior Vice President, Creative Development, Ari Pentowski, was recently hired by CBS TV Distribution to be one of the new Senior Vice Presidents of Programming and Development for them. And as noted before, WWE reportedly, now this is some major news here. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not. They reportedly said that Dolph Ziggler suffered a concussion at Tuesday night's taping in Raleigh, North Carolina. WWE issued a breaking news alert on Wednesday afternoon announcing that the world champion suffered a concussion at Tuesday night's SmackDown taping at Raleigh. And according to WWE, the concussion took place during the match between Big E Langston and Swagger. WWE, Mike Sampson. He usually is their main doctor. He says he was having some memory difficulties, a bit of a headache. He definitely had a concussion, says Sampson. We're checking him out, and we're going through some neurological testing, and just to keep it monitored. Neurological testing will provide WWE officials with a baseline from which to monitor Ziggler's progress in the coming weeks. So they look at it now, see how it is, and see if things change or not. Ziggler's concussion is legitimate and been removed from all in-ring bookings until he passes an impact testing indicating that he's healthy enough to perform. Well, that's another big loss. All right, Mark Hamas. I don't know what's wrong with those two, but anyway, Mark Henry and Sheamus will face each other in a strap match at WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view next Sunday. That's the updated card on that. Of course, we've got the last man standing match for the title, Ryback versus Cena. Ladder match for the World Heavyweight Champion Del Rio versus Swagger versus Ziggler, hopefully. Steel cage match with Brock Lesnar, Triple H. Money, or rather, strap match, Mark Henry and Sheamus. Just about didn't get through it. All right, happy birthday to former WWE and current Ring of Honor announcer Kevin Kelly. Remember him? 46 years old. Rock used to tear into his ass. Indie regular Billy Fives, 44 years old. Three-time CMLL Tag Team Champion and TNA World Cup winner Averno, 36. Also, this would have been the birthday of former WWF and E talent Sean Osborne, 37. And Mike Shaw, 56. That sound familiar? Bastion Booger. And as noted earlier, TNA is expected to make a major announcement involving their partnership with YouTube now. Word making around at TNA is that they plan to offer paid subscription services that WWE passed up on. As of this, be telling you this, there's no indication that the deal is finalized. However, it's considered a lock. YouTube is said to have approached TNA about the offer, and YouTube is expected to start making announcements next week about their pay channels. So we get things free for a while, but it's not forever. Maybe me. Of course, you get what you get here. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.